Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I was really excited about this week's Tavern Brawl, so let's just have a look at what is going on with the Tavern Brawl. It is Unite against Mechazod. Can you beat Gearmaster Mechazod? Join forces with another player and see. And I'm just going to hop straight in because this is such a cool, awesome concept. This is something that Blizzard has never done before with Hearthstone, and I cannot wait. Regardless of whether this is good or bad, I have to give 2 thumbs up to Blizzard for just trying it at all and shipping it, and not making a huge deal about it. I mean, there's been some stuff on social media, Twitter and so forth. Okay, well at the moment it looks like we're just doing a 1v1. I wonder what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Anyway, so just talking a little bit about it. Pardon me. It's so cool what what is this thing? Boss. Mechazod wins if he defeats either of you. Ah, I understand now. Ooh, who cast that? What? Okay, that must just be a mechanic that the board does to move him from one spot to another. I'll just pass. What? Okay, sure. This is really cool because it introduces an aspect of Hearthstone that we have not yet seen. A co-op aspect where both players work together. We're not aiming to hurt each other, we're aiming to achieve a united goal, and it's so cool to be able to work towards a common goal. That's why games... okay, that's like a random bombing thing. That's why games like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, and a whole host of co-op games, they are so much fun, and I really love that Blizzard is bringing the sort of co-op flavor to Hearthstone. Gain to attack. Okay, so he's ramping up. What should I do? I think I just play on curve. Yeah. Or I could heal. If I do 4, what's my next 4? No. Yeah, I'll just play on curve. I don't know if I should run into him. Let's just run into him. I think we just have to get rid of his health. I'm just going to keep running into him. Oh, okay. So that's something that Mechazod plays every time he jumps one way or another. Okay, understood. Yeah, so this is such a cool concept because, you know, first they had vanilla Hearthstone, which is just practice against AI, play other players, casually or on the ladder. Then they introduced the Ventures, which was a PvE content. You know, you could enjoy playing Hearthstone against basically oh my, okay, I have to do this. You can enjoy playing Hearthstone what did I say? It's basically like we introduced more ways for you to play against the computer. Here are the ways that we have introduced for you to play against the AI. We hope you enjoy all these cool mechanics, all these cool different bosses. So the adventures were like, here, we know people like to play against AI, let's give you a specifically tailored experience in which you can play against AI in a basic mode and a heroic mode, which is actually fairly challenging and quite enjoyable. I like to revisit it every once in a while to, you know, just see how new cards, such as cards from TGT, might interact with old cards. Or, sorry, not old cards, but old... That's really cool. Interact with old bosses. What? Kill the Law Walker? Are you serious? A jackrabbit? Why is there a jackrabbit? Anyway. What should I do? Bolvar isn't that big. I don't want a big Bolvar yet. I think I'll go Starlark. And my opponent doesn't really need any healing. I don't know why he's not running his guys in. Is there a reason? Does he have a bloodlust? Has he played this before? Anyway, because we need to start taking this guy down. So yeah, the adventures were like a very controlled, very well executed PvE mode, and now this I see in a very similar vein to PvE, but it's like party PvE. If you look at World of Warcraft, it's like going into a party of 5, except, you know, obviously in Hearthstone the maximum is 2, given the size of the board. Yeah, so that's really cool. Like being able to work together with a friend or a stranger even to achieve a goal is a very different experience from, you know, taking someone else down. Like, you know, because I've been thinking a lot about this recently, and I've been planning to do a video on StarCraft. StarCraft is a little problematic these days. The scene for StarCraft isn't great, and I find that a lot of it comes down to PvP generally being a zero-sum game. What I mean by saying generally PvP is a zero-sum game, well, when you face up against another player, one of you wins and one of you loses. Let me quickly do this turn. 7-7, I think I want to wait on that. I think I just coin out. Oh, it's not worth doing, actually. Let's actually spend all this stuff. So pardon me. This is a very impromptu video. So PvP is a zero-sum game because there is a winner and a loser. And the best thing that a game can do is to make the losing experience better. I think that winning in anything is pretty, like, the winning experience is already pretty good. You don't really need to tack on anything on the end of, you know, congrats for winning, congrats, you took down your foes. I think we as humans generally like that feeling, and I don't think we really need, like, extra reward. But losing, nobody really likes to lose, but the issue is people like to win. I mean, no, so not to win. Obviously, people like to win. People feel bad for losing, and the issue is you want to mitigate how bad they feel for losing, because if half the time they win and half the time they lose, well, you get half the time they feel good, half the time they feel terrible. And if you are able to mitigate them feeling terrible, then I think their overall experience with the game goes up. So it's a really roundabout way of saying, introducing co-op, it's a win-win situation. There is no losing in a co-op game, because we might lose to the boss, but we might both say, oh, but the boss is OP anyway, and that's cool. And so that mitigates the effect of losing to the boss. It mitigates the loss, and people generally aren't as salty about losing to an AI. I mean, you know, take for example, you play Nefarian, or you play Nefarian Heroic, or you play you fight the heroic what was that, the Frostworm, Sapphiron. Sapphiron was really hard, I remember back in the day, and you had to, you know, go Fatigue Warrior and take him down. You expect to lose over and over again because there's a challenging PvE. You know that the Hearthstone dev team put this together intentionally to make it hard, to challenge you. So losing in that case is like, oh, that's fine, I expect to lose anyway. I don't expect to win straight away because, you know, this is meant to be hard. But PvP, you don't like feeling, I mean, let's do this. Maybe I should have saved it. With PvP, I think people want to feel that it's a fair system, and they don't want to feel like they're expected to lose. I think people want to have a 50-50 chance. Whereas in PvE, especially in co-op PvE, you're not facing each other, you're facing the computer, and that's so cool. It introduces such a different way of approaching the game, such a different way of of experiencing the game, and it's so much more positive than PvP. I'm not saying that PvP is not good. I love PvP, but sometimes you just, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I really don't feel like losing to another Secrets Paladin, or in the StarCraft analogy, I really don't feel like losing to a I really don't feel like losing to a another barcode who has 400 APM and will just crush my soul. You know, there's no point, and that's sort of what that's sort of my approach to where the StarCraft scene is going these days. If you watch, I mean, I'm working on the video. It might take a while to get out, but I'm in no particular rush. I don't think Blizzard is bringing any huge changes to StarCraft. Yeah, so the expectation is, you know, if you go on the ladder on StarCraft, just run up against some barcode, and you'll get your face stomped. And it's not so bad in Hearthstone because you queue up, especially if you're rank 20, around rank 15, people just play whatever. But really, once you reach about rank 11, 10, 9, 8, they start playing meta decks with a full host of legendaries, and it's a little similar to the StarCraft phenomena. Like, why would I queue up if I'm just queuing up into Secrets Pally with Dr. Boom, Tyrion, and etc, etc? Or why would I queue up if I'm queuing up into Slam Bash Warrior, and they just fatigue me down? I don't want to play a 20-minute game. Ooh, it just took us down. Oh, that's too bad. Well played. Let's try again. Let me record a loss. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? You know, are you a masochist? Why would you do that to yourself? Okay, let me just open the pack, because I know there are some of you who will be like, open the pack, I want to see what's in the pack. So I will do that now, and we will proceed with the discussion. Overpowered Pally card, nice. Not that I don't already have it. This is my primary account. I've played, you know, this many games. I have the cards. I don't need those common cards. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, being a masochist. Why would you do that to yourself? If your perception of the ladder, both in StarCraft and Warcraft, is like, I'm just gonna get stomped by someone who has more resources than me, doesn't necessarily, and really, actually with StarCraft it's different, because StarCraft everyone's on an even playing ground. You don't actually have more resources. It comes down to skill, it comes down to APM, it comes down to worker management, it comes down to expanding, etc, etc. What a great player does with StarCraft, theoretically, anyone can do. Whereas with Hearthstone, resources do make a big difference, so you face the things from two different directions. He has Kill Lawwalker, but it may be a higher cost card. Okay, let me I'm just going to finish ranting about... I'm going to let up on the ranting about how PvE is good. I think you get the idea. I like, you know, how co-op PvE brings a really positive experience with more positive net gains to both players' feelings, as opposed to PvP. And that's just the way things are. I don't expect things to change. Yeah, I don't expect things to change in particular. Okay, let's actually focus on the brawl, because this is called Tavern Brawl Shenanigans, and I've just been ranting about the benefits of having more PvE in games. Okay, so it looks like he has a number of assassinates. I don't think, well, you can't treat this as a normal PvP encounter, because you don't know what his deck list is. I don't think he even has a deck list. He just plays something every turn. And I think from the way he seems to behave, either it's random, or he'll or is obviously programmed to take down Lawwalker. Like, playing the Lawwalker, he doesn't want to give me bomb salvo or assassinates and stuff. And I think he just he just decides every turn when he jumps, there's an algorithm which decides, okay, what is the highest priority right now? You know, do I need to clear a dangerous minion, which probably is like 5 or more damage? Okay, assassinate. Are there multiple small minions? Oh, let's do the bomb salvo. Is there nothing else on the board? Is there just a small minion? Is the board not too dangerous? I'll just deal the damage to both players, or I'll grow my attack power. So yeah, I get the feeling it's that kind of algorithm. And obviously Lore Walker is very dangerous to this guy. I don't think we'll ever steal any Lore Walker cards. Not as long as we don't, not until we break the algorithm, which is, you know, I'm not really intending to do that. There we go. See, so this is 5 or more attack. He's going to take it down with the assassinate. How do you play against that? You don't play against that. You just keep dropping things. The point, I think, of dropping things that are 5 or more attack is that he passes his turn. It's essentially play a 5 attack minion and Mechazod will pass his turn by killing it. If you play multiple small minions, let's test our theory here. Okay, so he's still going to assassinate. I thought he might do the bomber thing. Okay, we can go follow cakes, and I think I might make a dude. Actually, we don't really need any healing. Okay, so he's actually going to pass again and deal. That's good. Yeah, maybe there's not enough threat on the board. I really think, yeah, it assesses the threat on the board. This is 4 attack, probably not enough. I think the threshold is 5. I could be wrong, and I definitely think that there are specific cards that are in the back end of this encounter that say, you know, see Lore Walker, kill Lore Walker. Okay, so he's there may also be an algorithm to do with the jumping, because obviously he jumps after the priest plays something. He jumps to the priest's side, which means that the priest's the beast can't attack him until the next turn anyway, which means he doesn't have to assassinate the beast until he jumps back, until after my turn. It's complicated anyway. I think I actually want to draw a card. We do have full deck lists. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to pump out as much damage as possible, I think. Or I could go for a combo. I could go for a yeah, I think the encounter may have more to do with comboing him out with Might King's Divine Champion, or Might King's Divine Champion, or Blessed Champion. Sorry. So that's strange. He chose not to assassinate that, which leads me to indicate that he may actually have a turn routine, as in, like, I'll do this turn 1, this turn 2, this turn 3, unless someone plays Lore Walker, or someone plays a 5 attack minion, or someone plays something that's really dangerous to me. Otherwise, I'll follow the turn schedule. Okay, I don't think we're gonna survive that long if I don't actually do this. Oh, that's actually really good. I'm gonna spawn a ton of, yeah. So much of this is also about figuring out synergies between the two of you. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. Give you a ton of guys. Wow, this is a great combo. So Pally spells plus Trogzor. But you never know what your opponent has or is going to do. But that's worked out really well because he can't clear multiples, and he actually skipped his turn again. So we're looking in a really strong place because these guys can go in. I think if I were a Mega Firefox, I would leave Trogzor here, although I don't have any spells in hand. So that's a call. It's up to him to make. So I would leave Trogzor on the board, run all these guys in, deal 8, 15, 26 damage. Okay. You don't need to heal me, man. I'm fine. Should use your mana to do something else. Oh, I'm sure he's got something else to do with his mana. Yep. Yeah, so it's a cool encounter. It's pretty basic when you come to think about it, but it's something that we've never seen before. And it's something that's really cool. And again, you know, it encourages Oh, damn, Trogswell went down. But dudes are good against that spell. So I think I should try to make as many dudes as possible. Ice Howl. I think I just do it. Ice Howl in. Deal as much damage as possible. I don't have any spells. And he might have to... Oh, actually, no, Ice Howl's just going to be dead. I was thinking he might have to assassinate the Ice Howl. But... Okay, we're getting really close here. I don't think we can take another power up. Okay, I think we're really, really close here. Yeah, so really cool encounter. Adds a whole nother layer to the game. I think this will bring a lot of players to Hearthstone. I mean, if this becomes a permanent game mode, like, or if it gets incorporated into the next adventure, you know, so some of the adventure bosses will, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. Some of the adventure bosses will actually have you queuing up 2v PvE, 2v the AI. It'll be great. It'll bring a lot of new players to the game. Players who, you know, previously might have thought, oh, I've got a really bad deck. I don't want to play it against someone and just feel bad, you know. And that's actually part of why I'm doing my No Dust ladder series. If you enjoy what I'm saying here and you agree, I'm running a ladder series where I open a I start a blank account. I unlock the Rogue, and I just climb. I don't buy any packs I don't buy packs. I mean, I get packs from the quests. I don't plan to specifically do quests. Oh, that was so close. I don't plan to specifically do quests, but you know, I'll re-roll them to see if they're rogue. But I just want to see how far I can get on the ladder with just a basic deck and some basic cards. Let's see what. Okay, let's do one more game. Yeah, with just some basic cards. And I've set a rule for myself that I can't have epics, legendaries, or adventure cards because watching other people do free-to-play runs. Well, actually, let me just be forthright about this. I watch a lot of Trump, and Trump does free-to-play runs, and I love his free-to-play runs. They're great, but his approach really is his approach that a casual player might not be able to take, because what he does is, you know, he plays and then he opens packs. And then he'll just disenchant everything that's not related to his, say, Priest run or Rogue run or whatever, etc. run. And that is an option you can take, but I think more casual players might be more interested in building up their collection instead of just straight up sacrificing, you know, cool cards, admittedly cool cards. I remember a long time ago he disenchanted a hungry crab, the thing that eats murlocs. Imagine how cool it would be to have a hungry crab in your deck against mid-range, you know, Murloc Knight Pally. I mean, you probably only get to play it once in 100 games, but that one time you play it, you'll feel so good about putting it in your deck, about putting it in your deck, about you know, about being able to pull off such a cool little thing because you made this metagame call. Whereas, really, the free-to-play runs that Trump does is just like, let's reach the optimal accepted level for this deck. So take for example his most current free-to-play, which is Priest. He did the first month, and he was really busy, so he couldn't finish it. He couldn't reach Legend. I think he got to about rank 3 or 4. And then he decided that, you know, a vanilla Priest is too weak. I need to get dragon cards. I need to run Dragon Priest. So he's been like doing all these arenas, collecting all this dust, buying all these packs to enable him to craft the Dragon Priest deck. And if you guys were tuning into the ASUS, I don't know how it's called, ASUS Play It Cool. Hold on. It's called ASUS ROG Play It Cool 24-hour tournament. That's a similar concept to what Trump was doing with his free-to-play Priest. Okay, let's draw some cards. What happened in the tournament was there were 4 popular streamers. I think it was Forsen, Firebat, Reynad, and Savitz. Was anyone else? I apologize if I missed anyone else. And they were basically asked to climb as high on the ladder as possible within 24 hours. But you know, they had unlimited packs. But it was like basically unlimited packs. The only restriction was time. I think Firebat went straight into getting. Should I just Leroy? No, let's do Garrison. Let's develop. Firebat went straight into getting. It's complicated. Watch it yourself because now is not the time to explain the intricacies of a pretty interesting and cool stream event. But Firebat decided to go Dragon Priest, and it took him like I think it was something like 2 or 3 hours to actually put it all together. And this is like not including dust cost, not including number of packs you have to open, not including number of things you need to disenchant to make, say, Chillmore or whatever dragons you want. Say, Ysera, Oni if you want it. Yeah, so it really just went to show, it goes to show that, you know, yeah, you can do a free-to-play run with those decks. You can do a free-to-play run with a Dragon Priest, but you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to put in so much. You're gonna have to put in so much. You're gonna have to put in so much time, dust, energy, gold to make it work that it doesn't really feel like free-to-play. Do you understand what? Like, I hope you guys understand what I mean. It doesn't really feel like free-to-play. It feels more like, oh, this is a great streamer, and he's awesome at the game. He reaches legend every month, and he's just showing me how quickly he can earn gold. And it's sort of like, well, I can't earn gold that quickly. You know, I love that you're doing this, but I can't earn gold that quickly. I can't make a Dragon Priest in 6 days, or even in 2 hours, because, like, for one, maybe I have a day job, and for two, like, maybe I don't want to play the game that much. Maybe I have a family or whatever. So I like the concept of free-to-play. I like the concept of climbing the ladder really quickly in a given amount of time. But I really think that it doesn't reach the average gamer. I think it runs the risk of not reaching the average gamer. It sort of alienates the average gamer. And that's really how I felt watching Trump's series. You know, I think he did free-to-play Rogue. Hold on. Let me see. There's a Rogue. There's a Mage. There was a Rogue / Warlock. Sorry. I think there was a Shaman. And now there's a Priest. I don't think there was. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with if there was anything else. Okay. What do I do here? I think I heal first. Do I draw? Yeah, let's draw. And okay. Sure. Okay, that's pretty good.
Mind if I roll me? It's the life.
Okay. Yeah, so he's had a number of runs, and that's generally been his policy. That's generally been Trump's policy. You know, if I'm going to do take this class to legend in 1 month, I'm going to have to aggressively cut things, aggressively disenchant things that I don't need, aggressively play arena every once in a while, and he's very good at arena. He averages, I don't know what the average is, but it's probably somewhere close to like 8 or 9 per run. I could be wrong. And really, it's sort of like, hey world, look how awesome I am at arena. And you know, that's great. I love that. I love how good Crump is at arena. I love how good Crip is at arena. But it's not really relatable for someone like me because I'm not that good and I can't earn gold that quickly, and I just want to play casually. You know, is that okay to play casually? And that's really why I started a series on you know, No Dust, No Worries. It's sort of the name of the channel, the namesake, and the birthright of the channel, so to speak. Where I want to make content that connects to the average gamer, not someone who has you know, not a streamer, not an esports person, but someone who maybe has, you know, 30, 45 minutes a day to put into Hearthstone. Maybe you can play it on your commute to and from work. And that's about it, you know. The rest of your day, you've got family commitments, you've got work commitments, you've got to eat, you've got to go to the bathroom, although you can combine Hearthstone with the bathroom. Just saying. And, yeah, you know, I want to have something out there which isn't like, look at how awesome I am. Look at these sick decks with all these sick legendaries. And I do videos on the channel sort of like that. But I think the focus on my channel will be more so, you know, some basic tips and stuff that a regular player might be able to relate to. Okay, I think we've got this in the bag. I think so. I'm just going to be aggressive. Hopefully he's got enough burst. This thing's not going to take us down anytime soon. Yeah, so that's the thing that I find problematic about free-to-play runs that are... Or I guess the quote-unquote commonly accepted way of doing free-to-play runs. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd love to hear, you know, how you feel about if you followed the ASUS Rogue Play It Cool tournament. If you follow Trump, and I don't think Crypt does any free-to-play runs, but if you follow Trump and if you know what I'm talking about, basically, I'll put some links in the show notes so you guys can follow and have a look at what I'm talking about, because there's not very much context here, just watching Mechazod bounce around. Hope he doesn't zap me. That's the issue. If he zaps me, or if he zaps either one of us, we're gone. No zap, no zap, no zap. Okay. Ooh, oh my god. Whoops. We lost 3 times in a row. And you know what? It feels good to lose because you get so close. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I don't want to upload anything too big. But I will be continuing until we get a win at the very least. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Hope you guys have been able to put up with my ranting and my blushing. Okay, so yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. This is NoDust signing off.